Hello and welcome back to round 2 coverage from the 2023 Las Vegas Challenge presented by Innova Champion. We are here on the Innova course today on JomezPro, Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
Anthony Barela and Scott Withers off to incredible starts at 7 under apiece. We had a little bit of up and down action for James, Proctor, and Simon with a pretty steady symmetrical scorecard. A couple birdies in the front part of that front nine, finished with a couple birdies and a little mix in the middle. But yeah, Anthony, man, 3 putts missed from a total of maybe 60 to 75 feet between the 3 of them. I mean,
yeah,
he could very easily be 10 under right now.
But that's his course. Really awkward putting. Hole 10, not the most awkward putting green, really. Kind of have to hit a tight gap off the tee, get as far down there as you can, and then right to left wind's gonna make the upshot a bit tricky depending on how far you get. It is on a hill. We have an out of bounds right. These guys do have to worry about the bunker, probably about 450, 475 off the tee, but
boy, that's a big drive there for Simon.
Yep, that's perfect.
He really made that gap look like it's just not even, it's just a complete after that. Look at this extra roll too.
Great extra roll, yeah.
That's like one of the longest air shots I've ever seen turn into a roller. Well done, Simon. Inventing new shots.
That had to be 35 or 40 feet. That will make that significantly easier.
Anthony, is he going to even try to outdrive Simon? Looks like he's trying to.
He's gonna.
Oh, boy.
Do you think he gets farther
in the air?
His roll?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Again.
No, yeah. Okay.
We're going to have to triangulate. This is going to be tough.
Incredible drives, both Anthony and Simon. And gap is, I guess, pretty fair. You're pretty close to the gap. So it's not, if the gap were about 20 feet longer before you get to it, that would be a very, I feel like it would feel very uncomfortable. But you get a little bit of warm up going into the shot with the drive that you have on 9.
Everybody doing well to get out of the gap, off the tee, down the hill. This is where you normally land, right over there in that bunch of trees. Depending on that little bush, he might have an awkward angle to where he has to go high.
Yeah, he's going to go backhand here, playing back towards the out-of-bounds green, but he's going to keep it wide enough that he's playing down the hill to skip up.
As long as it sits, yeah, it does.
That's a great play. Proctor trying to match that. He goes a bit deep, but stays right there at the edge of the circle.
Anthony gonna try to skip this one off the green, slide it up. Just about not putting too much hyzer on it.
And right now, Anthony is better than 100% in green and regulation, and he's going to continue that right
He's gonna
now.
have to earn it, though. Struggling from that distance this round. That'd be a nice momentum builder right there.
But yeah, I mean, he's putting for birdie every single hole. He's either putting for birdie or eagle every hole through 10 now.
Little extra slippery there for Simon, but he's been putting well this round too, even getting the bad putts to stick.
Yeah, I don't think he's missed one yet. James, however, has, and
I think, isn't that his first real miss besides a little kneeler?
it's going to be his first par of the round.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Anthony continuing his hot streak. I mean, this is some really good disc golf. This is the type of golf that he's familiar with coming from Arizona. He's used to this dead grass, the skip, and the big distance. Scott not losing a stroke to Anthony's 8 under start.
Great birdie from Scott. He's playing really well.
So consistent. Doesn't look like, I mean, when Anthony does it, he does it with the flare. He's got the eagle in the mix. No eagles right now for Scott. He's just getting it done. Consistent backhands, forehands, and good putts. I mean, that's the recipe for success.
Hole 11, par 3, 357. One of the easier holes on the course. The new change here is that this little canal on the right side is now out of bounds. So you do need to keep your shot a little bit more disciplined to stay in bounds here. You're not going to be able to bail out right. Not that anyone was doing that on purpose, but now you will be punished for it.
Local disc golfer lives over here, and they call this hole after his last name. They call it the Brown hole, and I'll leave it at that. Simon just putting the brakes on before that out of bounds grass lip.
Yeah, meter in should put him just in the circle. That's a cheater way to get a green hit.
I would have expected forehand from Anthony here, but this is also a great option. It's a straightaway shot either way.
Needs the turn.
I don't think this. Maybe what I said about a great option, I was dead wrong.
Oh, okay,
no,
good break.
No, I was
Bad
I was
break.
wrong. Yeah, I don't know why he's not going forehand.
Wow,
there. I think,
look at that action off the wall.
Forehand fairway driver probably
I gotta
would
say,
get it done for him.
That is a surprising choice, but it's maybe just too short for him. I mean, this is that distance for Anthony where it's maybe he's trying to figure out what his favorite mid-speed fairway driver is, because that's what it is for him. I mean, he could.
Sure.
I think that was a Luna.
Yeah, I think that he did go Luna off the tee, just didn't quite get it turned over. James has the right angle this time on this one, and I think he's going to like the results. Oh, man.
That's
Stays in, though.
awkward little putt, though, with those danglers. Says bye.
First time Simon has missed a putt this round. Anthony stays bogey free.
Very good save there. One you want to get, though. Finally not a green hit for the kid, though.
That's right. But still inside the circle after a throw.
Yeah. Good putt there. Gets him back to 1 under par. Yeah, if he can finish 4 or 5 under, he's going to be ecstatic.
Battling.
Oh, no.
It's easy to say when someone misses, but it didn't appear he went through all of his steps. And that now gives Scott Withers the advantage on these 2 hot rounds that are taking place in front of us. 9 under, it just really playing some incredible disc golf right now. Scott is showing why he has been here before and why he is here now.
Hole 12, par 3, 363 out of bounds on the path to the right there. Tricky little green. You want to either throw an overstable disc wide that kind of skips up there and slides into the circle. Just about having the right angle. This one looks a little heavy on the angle.
This is going to require a soft touch there, which it does. It doesn't skip into that bunker, which is blind from the tee and a pesky little out of bounds to find.
You actually see a lot of people miss early here, and I think it has to do with at the end of the tee pad, there's a big old log.
Yeah.
And you don't get the proper run up that you would like.
It is awkward.
Yeah, and so you don't get a full run up, and then that kind of stops you right there.
Perfect shot by James, though.
Right out of his hand, he got the disc on that perfect, slightly anhyzer, but mostly flat angle with the driver. It allows that thing to really just move its way down the fairway with that nice, soft hyzer skip towards the end.
Another one early there.
Yep. See if Simon can match James's line. This is a shot we've seen him throw quite well so far this round, and yeah, that's just it. That's perfect.
Yes, it is.
That's got to be close.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just too good. It's just out of the hand. There's just no guesswork unless it gets an unfortunate tree roll on the green.
One more look. Nice and wide. Flat at the top of the flight. Enough distance to clear that little hill. Past the tree. Perfect.
Oh.
Pretty aggressive. Oh, maybe not as much as it looked like.
I mean, that basket's looking huge to Scott right now. I don't blame him for giving a little bit of a cheeky run.
Anthony still hasn't made a putt outside the circle this tournament.
No kidding. Not at
Yeah.
one C2 in round one.
I looked at those stats.
He hasn't needed to, though. I mean, he hasn't even, that's his first opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it looks bad when you say he hasn't made one, but when you say that he hasn't had an opportunity to make one, it kind of flips the script a bit.
C2 putts are the currency of bad drivers. They love them. So Anthony doesn't really mess around with them too much.
He's rich. He's rich in the birdie count, that's for sure.
He sure is.
The Savant is a little less overstable Thunderbird. So if you don't have quite the power to throw a Thunderbird, you can throw the Savant and you can throw it farther.
Hole 13, par 3, 375 feet, and they have made this hole a heck of a lot more difficult. That out of bounds that you have on the left side has been brought in significantly. I believe they've even brought the OB on the right side in a bit, and it has made this hole, which was already a bonus birdie, a super bonus birdie at this point.
Yeah, it's just so hard to get this shot past the willows and past the sand.
And
I think you got to go over the top
he's safe.
if you really want the easy look, you know?
One of these,
Yeah.
that is a big, big shot.
And it's
Gotta
going to need
hurry,
to start hyzering.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And that just really never had a chance. Even if it had missed the tree, that's going to be a very costly bogey if Simon is able to get up and down. And that's not an easy up and down.
Scotty looks to be laying this up.
Which is smart. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a play you can do on this hole for sure. That's why I do like the change. I like tough birdies. And especially if you have the option to get an easy par. Because these guys aren't going to be laying it up. So you're going to see some twos, but you're going to see a lot of fours, I feel like.
Oh,
Wow.
incredible shot. And especially at this moment when you have an out-of-bounds drive, a couple players out of position, they're going to be playing for par, on the lead card, just stepping up and just spiking one on the green.
This is an awkward little spot right here.
Oh, he's got to go over out of bounds on the way back in, clear the bunker, which I don't believe he does, and that's going to be a putt for double bogey now for Simon.
Awkward spot these guys have back here.
And James does the same thing, but fortunately his drive was in bounds off the tee. And this is no easy feat either, really. This is very touchy.
Oh, he pulls it. Is that in the circle?
It's going to be back edge, but
yeah, maybe barely.
yeah. And he'll be up next. This putt for par.
Oh, no.
And if that drive from Anthony didn't feel good before, not that he likes seeing the guys on his card struggle, but it's certainly...
You don't like it. You love it. You deep down love it.
Yeah, you know, as a fierce competitor that Anthony is, I mean, he doesn't hate it.
Hey, at this point, he's worried about himself. He's not even noticing what's going on there, but it's a scoring game.
And he's going tit for tat with...
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's professional disc golf. I always think it's a little overblown, the whole, like, yeah, you never want to see your competitors you struggle. Sometimes you're totally fine with it. I agree with I agree with Yuli. I don't think
that's the
Anthony's-
brutally honest response.
I don't think
right
he's
there.
going to lose any sleep. These guys are all professionals.
Now there is something to you're both playing out of your mind and you're both playing great, and that's a fun battle. And the best player wins.
Yes.
But eventually somebody's gonna have to make a mistake. And that's
Or two or three mistakes.
Yeah,
and
I
those
hope
guys
it's not
made a
you.
couple there. That was a weird one, I think, what we saw.
Wow, 4 shots on Scott just like that, and he has opened up a sizable advantage now on the field. Just like that. Wow.
he just gained 9 strokes on that card.
Wow. 777-foot par 4 here. Look for Anthony to get about 90% of that taken care of right now.
Oh man, this is big drive.
Wow, that's so far. That tree.
on the left side of your green, that is the indicator of a huge drive.
And he's like 80, 90, 100 maybe.
The tree is almost out of the picture where that thing landed. He's going to have Luna to the green, like soft,
sure.
soft Luna. James, I mean, that's a good drive. That's what you're looking for. Just in the middle, no mistakes off the tee. But I mean, yeah, you'd like to go mid-range into this green, and Simon will have mid-range into the green. And you can see James's disc right next to him.
Yeah, 450 off the tee gets you about, you know, in that comfortable, overstable fairway driver in or mid-range. And he, like you said, he has dealer's choice, whatever he wants to throw into the green, his most comfortable disc.
Anthony doesn't lose any accuracy by going big. I mean, like, that's what's so dangerous about him, is that his comfortable speed is full out send.
Like this, I bet, is about 380, 370 into the green.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
And
But you have plenty of skip to work with, so you can play it well short.
Perfect.
Wow, great shot, Scott.
good recovery after the debacle of the prior hole.
Looks early.
And that's going to be a little bit of a tricky low ceiling. Going to potentially have an awkward stance underneath that tree.
This looks heavy too.
Yeah, very similar to Proctor's approach. Let's see how far up Anthony is.
Yeah, standstill, how about?
Standstill putter.
Wow, he is throwing putter.
Why not? I mean, it can't.
Yeah.
It's not 300 feet. There's no way it's 300
No.
feet.
Wow, that is so impressive.
When this hole is windy, it plays as a bonus birdie. And in the calm, these guys should get the birdie. James with a solid putt there. And still continuing his ways of birdie, birdie, bogey, birdie. I mean, he is fighting 2 under right now with all the big numbers on the scorecard. Really staying in there.
Yeah, I think he's going to be able to grab a little confidence from this round. He might, you know, well, not might. He's not going to have the round that he wanted. But he's going to be able to look at it and be like, if I just clean up those bogeys, I'm 8, 9 under,
Yes,
easy.
yes, plenty of birdies.
It's not a round that destroys your confidence because
Yeah.
you had so many good things going for you. And this guy's had a ton of good things going for him. Keeps things rolling here.
Puts him to 10 under on the round.
And we're going to see Star Frame Part 2.
Not really any more easy ones now. Not that that one was that easy, though, even though they did star frame it. But now onto the 15th, 439, finishing right. This one last guardian tree here at the end. It is kind of a little collection area. If you have the power or you do throw the roller, it's a pretty good green to stick, but it's just hard to get a disc moving right that far down the fairway. This is one guy actually that probably doesn't struggle with it that much, though. There's not a lot of people that have this comfortable forehand distance. Well, let's see how close this gets. The skip is good. Oh, wow.
Another bullseye.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's farther than... I mean, he maybe is the biggest forehand thrower we have right now.
I think even like prime eagle, uninjured eagle, I think that they're head to head. I mean,
Yeah.
so smooth. You know, Tristan Tanner has that
Yes.
smooth big forehand. Obviously, Aaron Gossage. But as far as smooth and distance, I mean, AB, give it to him. I mean, that's just insane how easy he made that look. James attacking this the backhand way and getting some edge there, which allows for another 45 feet. He's going to have a look for the birdie.
Yeah, that's a good drive.
Smooth little Anheuser, but it looks like it's hyzering out. It could use a little tree hit. Safe run from there, though. He's going to
Totally.
be able to just go right at it with that backstop behind the basket.
Really 3 great drives so far. I mean, Simon obviously farthest away, but that's, like you said, Paul, that's a green light go from there.
This will be similar to Simon's, I think.
Pin high. Maybe a little short of pin high. Tougher.
Yeah. Just conceding the par.
Which is fine. That's really what this hole is. It is a bonus birdie for the
Simon.
field.
Waiting for that thing to start hyzering. Good height, good line, just didn't quite catch. James, can he pick up the birdie? What a solid effort that was.
That's a
Move.
pretty putt.
I really like this hole because it's a challenging drive, but it isn't like a tricksy bogey factory of out of bounds.
Yeah,
I
sure.
find that refreshing in comparison with a lot of the other holes where, yeah, they might be far. They're a very tricky drive. I like when they sneak a couple of these in there where it's just kind of a, let's see if you can do it. You versus the distance and the shape. Throw it hard, see what happens. You don't have to be afraid necessarily to attack the hole.
It could be a boring hole for those who don't have that distance because it's just like you're never going to get anything but a par. But it does.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Jerm. Go ahead.
No, it sounds like you had something important to say. What were you saying, Paul?
No, it wasn't important at all. I was just being a total douche. Nate, did you get it? Is what I was gonna ask.
No, I had a pretty good look, 37, 38 feet, but I haven't made a putt in a couple of weeks, so I'm still kind of,
Jerm,
I'm working through my own stuff.
Sorry, man. You just lost me with that
We're
one.
trying to talk here.
Yeah, fine. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, everyone be quiet.
All right, sorry.
Hole 16, par 4, 888. This one is very long, a lot of OB here on the right, and the pin has even been moved to the right, making it a little bit tougher than it used to be. Really good get, though. The guys with the power in this group, it becomes a little more achievable. You do need to go with that 450 plus type of drive, I think, before you start seriously thinking about attacking the green.
I know a guy.
Just whips his whole body into his throw.
Full on hyzer. Look how far past that tree that a lot of people kind of get to behind right there. He's 60 in front of that.
Yeah, he's in a attackable position. And he's off that left side, which really is a huge bonus now with that pin being tucked over to the right side of the green. Opens up that angle for any sort of turnover approach. Or, I mean, with his forehand power, he could go forehand.
Pretty high, but probably in the same vicinity as Proctor and AB.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to also have a good opportunity to attack the pin. What kind of wind were you guys experiencing on this tee? Was there really anything that...
Head cross. Head left to right cross.
But light
Yeah.
in comparison to yesterday.
But it costs you that 30 feet that you really need.
Yeah.
When this hole is played with a tailwind, I think the par 4 number is valid. When you're playing with a headwind on this hole, it becomes a par 5 just instantaneously. Or it plays as one. And just the scoring comes in as more 5s than 4s.
AB going straight hyzer. He's missed those limbs.
Hyzer into
man.
the pin. It doesn't even go turnover.
I like that, but dangerous for the final round to hang it out wide
Sure.
if that's
Point.
his if
Sure.
that's his play.
You start getting nervy, those approaches, if they're off by a little bit, those willows could drop you down, roll you on the green, roll you back in the water.
Yeah.
A number of different
And you
things
tend
that
to
can happen.
yank a little bit.
Oh, man.
Proctor is just he's getting the business in this round.
Yeah, that just got a little bit too much turn.
Once again, Simon getting that thing on that nice flat Anheuser line. Going to give himself a good look inside the circle for the bonus birdie here on 16.
You think it's a bonus for them, or is it just a bird?
Certainly not for Anthony.
It's a bonus when it's the second hardest hole in the course, I feel like. I mean, it's,
A lot of that is distance related, don't you think?
yes.
I still think they understand that people aren't getting this
Yeah,
hole. And so
yeah.
it's bonus because
yeah.
the pressure is, I have the ability to do this more so than others. Let's go ahead and do it. Don't squander this opportunity to get those strokes that their skill warrants them.
Yeah, I like that.
Simon delivers a left side putt, and the putting on the back nine has not been consistent with what we saw on the front. And another opportunity for Anthony to grab strokes on the lead card, and man, he is putting together another solid round.
You think 10, 10, 10, 10 gets it done?
If it gets back to windy, I mean, who could beat it?
It feels solid to me.
Yeah.
In the past, we've had to get those scores closer to 12 around, but I think this year 10 should be safe.
What's up, everyone? Simon Lizotte here. I want to give a quick shout out and thank you to everyone who's watched and enjoyed the new show Beyond Disc Golf here on JomezPro. If you've not watched the show yet, go check it out now. We have a merch restock, fresh shirts, fresh hats, and Jomez is running a 10% sale on their website, running through Monday night. Now back to the action.
Hole 17, par 3, now extended to 516 feet with the OB down the left side and some rough on the right. If you've got the distance, it's something you can go for. This guy certainly does, as we've been telling you and as you've been watching. Let's see what he can do. Definitely long enough.
No, it's too long.
Wow.
This is not a problem I foresaw. That's insane.
Oh,
Wow.
boy.
That's insane.
That's like, so that went 6.
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony, chill out, man.
Ooh,
That's
gets
a
the help.
That's
Nice
a great
little
drive.
roll. Nice little roll.
It's a really good drive. This is another one of those ones when we're practicing. Why did they feel the need to make this one harder than it was before? It felt like a really good birdie before. But it's proving that, I mean, when I show you how many people birdied this hole, that's
A little
the
heavy
reason.
on the Anheuser here from Scott.
17.
Wow.
17 twos on this hole. It's the third hardest hole in the course, too. I mean, it's actually a pretty decent spread of scores.
17 birds.
17 twos.
That's incredible.
And here's one of them. Whoa, my gosh, Scott, what a skip.
That would be a nice skip.
Yeah. Easy par from him, though. Proctor.
And sit down,
No
sit down.
way.
And it's like, he
He's
just
not even
can't
trying.
par.
He's not even trying to
No.
get that crazy there. Just not his day.
Wow, Anthony with a 50-foot return putt. Just craziness. Good effort as well. Good pace. I didn't think it was that far off from going in. And Simon just cannot find the basket on this back nine right now.
Uli borrowed his putt. I think he actually borrowed it.
I give him mine.
Things
No,
have got-
I was in a similar spot as him right there, and we had similar. Maybe I did borrow his putt. now it's I hear what you're saying. I'm an idiot, so it's good.
AB over the rim and in, and continuing the bogey-free round. He is at 12 under. Pretty crazy to think that he was 12 under through 16, and we've seen him miss 4 or
Yeah.
5 putts.
Yeah. That's winning disc golf.
Yeah, at this point, I think we've seen him miss 5 putts.
Yeah, the rate at which he's generating opportunities. I mean, he's got to be leading the field.
Final hole here at the Innova course, par 4, 720 feet, the iconic signature final hole. Most of the players on a calm day are going to try to go for the second landing zone, which is right about here, setting up the 380, 400 to 350, somewhere in that range approach to this very tight guarded green on the backside. There's out of bounds that you can find. There's a green in front of the pin. There's water left. There's all sorts of things that can happen here. This is a great birdie to pick up. Anthony going hyzer. And this needs to get,
dig, right? It's
sit.
Oh, long. Wow. So, yes, that's out of bounds, but that's so far up there. I feel he's got a great chance to save par.
And it's the side you want to miss on. I mean, if you just cannot pull this thing right and hang it out too wide and then get, not that much distance off the tee. So, like you said, should be quite savable for the par.
Oh, sit down. Huge drive. I would estimate that is 275 to the basket.
Oh, is that close?
From all the way up there? Yeah, I think
Maybe
so.
even closer.
Oh, you know what? I was kind of refreshing back to when we played this hole. We played it safe off the tee, which is about a 400-foot approach.
Right there, yes.
Yeah.
Right
Okay,
there.
so that's in the 400 range. Yeah,
Yes.
You're correct in that. They're much, much closer. James kind of going like the hybrid, safe and big, just up there, and he's going to give himself an opportunity to finish the round. If he gets up and down, he'll finish the round with 1 par.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Scotty Withers, folks.
It's not all about going big on the drive sometimes. Look at that strategy pay off. He kind of saved the big shot for the second shot.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastically accurate from way back there.
Ew.
And conversely, if you go out of bounds, you can still finish the round with only 1 par.
Yeah,
Well, he
do you
has a
think-
putt for it, right?
I think that was like maybe a footing issue right there.
Yeah, it was a weird
Yeah.
spot. He has a makeable putt for par right there.
Anthony, can you get the pace right? The width is perfect. The line is great. And he's got the pace right. So
What a round.
bogey-free 12 under for our leader, Anthony Barela. Looking cool, calm, and collected, man. This version of Anthony Barela is a winning formula. If he can continue this type of golf, he's going to be a hard player to catch.
Very good.
Yeah, I don't think that was even 275. That was a huge drive.
And James just wants no part of that.
Yeah, he said, I've had enough.
So he's going to finish even par for the day with 1 par.
Wow.
It's pretty remarkable.
Scott, without that triple bogey, I mean, that's just scorching.
Yes.
Scott's still in this thing for sure.
And really, so is Simon. I mean, he pops
Yeah.
off these next 2 rounds. He didn't drop that far back today.
Anthony's just wearing a timeless pair of glasses. Equally at home, I feel, anytime between 1988 and 2043. Including, of course, today.
Yeah. Wow. What a round. I mean, my thoughts are with Anthony. We've seen him in the mix this offseason. At one point, he won back-to-back tournaments, averaging, I think, 1080. So he's been playing really good golf. You look at these people kind of behind him. The one person I want to keep my eye on for the next round is Calvin Heimberg. He had a nice round this last round. He's one of the guys who on these courses can really maybe get into that 14, 13 under par spot.
I'm excited to see Eagle McMahon, who jumped all the way up the leaderboard, tying Anthony Barela's hot round. I believe Gossage as well shot that 12 under, and he moved from 3 under
Oh, I didn't even see
all the way up to the lead card. He's going to be on our card tomorrow, and he's feeling a little bit healthier. We've seen some really great things from him in the few events leading up to this tournament. I mean, he had that big Eagle 2 on hole 2 yesterday.
For sure.
It's going to be a lot of big shots on the Millennium course coming tomorrow, 3rd round action.
He shot 12 under.
Yeah, he's a baller, remember?
Yeah, I forgot for a round yesterday. But AB's missing putts. What if he makes all his putts? Nobody's gonna really catch him, I guess.
No chance.
Yeah, it's a new season is upon us, folks.
See you tomorrow.